The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
This one fielded at the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Chicago's offense running out, and something they hope to see for years and years to come. Second-year pro Justin Fields leading the way.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. 16 carries, 97 yards, and a touchdown.
I have to say, partner, their coaches didn't do a very good job of hiding their thoughts this week when they spoke with us, did they? They told us exactly this. We've been good on the ground, but sitting 8th in the league, we know we can kick it up a notch and push for the top 5. So there's no doubt in my mind, we'll see them try to establish that ground game early and try and pick up an early lead.
Back to Montgomery on second down.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Ran it last time, now Fields to throw.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Ndamukong Suh able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. The field position.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down.
It'll be a 39-yard punt. Give him a good 10 yards on the return. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. 1st down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
On play action, Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Fields going to keep it once more.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
And the Bears are going to have first and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
They'll run with Montgomery. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second down and goal. Fields. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he is out of bounds here. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Montgomery. Montgomery just unable to twist free as they hit him short of the line to gain.
Running for it, Montgomery. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago.
David Montgomery with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit.
We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the Bears take over. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They're looking to bounce back following the loss to Miami a week ago, and they've got the lead right now as they come up with a 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards.
4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill.
This is taken at the 23.
So they accept the penalty, of course.
Here's Jack Fox now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. The good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And it'll be first and Bears from deep in their own territory.
On 1st down, it's Fields.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ross. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line.
Now a 1st down throw, Fields.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Malik McDowell gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down.
Now Fields.
They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And so all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Now, the midterm elections are now concluded, and I think we can all breathe a sigh of relief for that. But now it's time for midterm football. Well, we've moved past the unofficial halfway point of the season, and we got a couple of good matchups in the night games here in Week 10. Tonight it's North versus South in California, the Chargers and Niners from Santa Clara. And then tomorrow, Monday night, it's both Charles's birthday, happy early birthday, buddy, and the first primetime appearance for the Commanders as they travel up to Philly to take on the Eagles. A lot going on.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
And he rifles one incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free, and there's another example, another incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Out of the gun, Fields.
And that will be incomplete as well.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop.
Here's Jack Fox now,
standing just outside his own goal line. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
They'll roll him out right. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And we will remain
past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. And they'll begin by running the option.
6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down.
Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter.
Tackle made there by the UCF man, Mike Hughes. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. A play fake, now Fields to throw.
Going deep downfield for Ross. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Back to the air, Fields on 2nd down.
Caught by Montgomery. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic 1st down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
And he will have the Bears 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that's the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
54 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
The Bears on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Chris Wormley coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Santos' kick is up and through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. To the drive. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter.
Danny Trevathan there to bring him down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Back to throw. Fields.
He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
To throw is Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now it's Fields. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Off play action, Fields.
Flush to his right.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Fields throwing again.
Throw left side, complete. That's Griffin. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A good chunk on the ground on the keeper, 17 yards, 1st down. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score.
Here's Fields. Got an open man, it's Pringle. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Up the middle, it's Montgomery. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. And that's off the right upright. Thought it might sneak in, but it did not. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in. Here comes the Lions punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Incomplete pass there is probably the best scenario going because if he catches the football, clock's probably going to run out in that situation.
And they will take a knee here as time will likely run out on regulation. And we'll go to overtime. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So it's the Bears who will have the first chance to win this thing as we are underway here in overtime. This will be fielded inside the 5.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Chicago offense set to get started. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Here comes Mooney now on the jet sweep.
2 straight runs of 5 yards. 1st and 10.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
2nd and 9. Fields now to throw. And that nearly picked off. Oh, that would have been a big INT here in overtime. Instead, they'll get another shot on 3rd down.
Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert.
Oh, and that's so close to being intercepted. That could have been a big turnover in overtime if he had held on. Instead, though, it is still 4th down.
And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and that changes everything here in OT.
And now
here comes the Lions punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. Just 30. Four yards on the punt there, no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
All right, Charles, so this offense, they need to mount something here. Time is dwindling. They can't get anything going on this drive. This one might end in the tie.
yeah, that clock putting a little extra pressure on them, right? So now, as you look at the playbook, what are you breaking out? Is there something you haven't used before? Is there something you used earlier that you can go back to? Or can one of your guys just make one of those big-time plays that decides this game?
And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Fields on 3rd down. Oh, and that's so close to being intercepted. That could have been a big turnover in overtime if he had held on. Instead, though, it is still 4th down.
Taken from just outside the 30. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return. Here comes the Lions punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face, good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And now the timeout comes him with just 1 second left in overtime. So here's Cairo Santos on the field goal try. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Drama, drama, drama. We saw all of it in this one. Overtime, all the way to the end of OT. The long field goal shot to win it, but they couldn't convert.
And because it's the regular season, we don't play more bonus football. We don't go to another period. It ended right there. You get 1 in overtime to get it done. Look, let's face it, that field goal attempt was a long shot to begin with. No pun intended, or maybe pun intended. But it doesn't go through, and it ends in a tie.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Soldier Field. NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Well, the Falcons now get to stretch their wings on offense here, and at quarterback for them is a former second overall pick who spent 4 seasons. Here's Koo to kick it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here come the Bears, and at the helm is someone that they have a lot of hopes for leading this franchise. The 11th pick in 2021 out of Ohio State, Justin Fields.
Coming out of Ohio State, one of the top prospects in the NFL draft, and it was so big that they moved up in the draft to get him, to make sure that they had him. And boys, he got the full package. Loves the game, big-time arm, 4.4 speed, so good that another quarterback prospect said to him, "What's it feel like to run 4.4? Everybody wants to be that fast."
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. First carry now for David Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Here's Fields. Man open, that's Byron Pringle complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to make it 4th down. Now here's Fields on the sneak, and he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
The more and more that we broadcast games, the more I realize how much this game is about the eyes. And in this case, they got fooled because the defense was checking out the eyes of the back, thinking he was getting the ball. Should have been looking at the QB, shouldn't they?
A little bit of a surprise indeed, and he was able to get forward for that 1 yard. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A give. This is Montgomery. The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. 21 carries, 71 yards, and a touchdown.
A key component of his team's offense. He will certainly stay in that role if he keeps producing like this each week. Expect him to make a run in not only matching, but exceeding those numbers as this one goes on.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields sliding out of the pocket. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On On first down, Fields.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Lorenzo Carter able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
52 yards on the ground for him so far.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. He's going to have the hook up to Ross.
And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's Fields.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
David Montgomery, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year,
as his guys have now moved out in front. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. And what a drive that was. 16 plays all told.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Play action. It's Fields.
Escaping the pressure right. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Fields.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Another try after the 1st down sack.
Fields.
Call it a gain of a yard, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Following the punt return here, there is someone.
So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Fields on first down. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead is knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Fields
Rolling to his right.
and firing a deep ball for Komet.
And this is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears.
David Montgomery
With his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Bears will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Fielded right around the 8.
So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separate.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. Dante Pettis now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Handoff comes to Montgomery. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Pettis now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
But the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
14 yards that time, and a first down on the keeper.
Well, that last run for a first down, it really should be the last straw for the defense. I don't care how many they've had in the box, they need to add more people.
Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 74 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Montgomery on the counter. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Montgomery, and nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
3rd and short, and they decided not to run for it, and he's able to escape the pressure, finds a clear throwing lane outside the pocket, gets the completion, and picks up the 1st down.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fields to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fields it right around the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalpost. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
He hits Mooney going across the middle.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. They go play action here on 1st down.
That's complete right side to Komet.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and long. Fields. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. John Ross, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Bears have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score. So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level from both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business, though. They were high-flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did, and just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides.
So for Atlanta, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6.
And they will hit the road next week to take on Washington.
Meanwhile, for Chicago, it'll be loss number 6 on the season for them. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets.